Time for Hope TV Newswatch on this 4th day of February 2025. A very good evening to you wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Keneddy Kimani, and signing for us tonight is Boniface Morethi. Now, Kenya's government and the Social Health Authority have been urged to act quickly to protect and maintain cancer and non-communicable diseases services. Leaders from the Kenya Network of Cancer Organizations made this call today, stressing that cancer care should focus on individuals, as each diagnosis is tied to a personal story. Kenya also joined the world in observing World Cancer Day 2025 under the theme United by Unique. Alice Diana begins our bulletin with the following report.
As Kenya joined the world to commemorate World Cancer Day 2025, an annual event observed every 4th of February to raise awareness and action against cancer, here in the country, a section of cancer patients did not have much to celebrate following the challenges they are facing.
Widely tested.
According to the Kenya Network of Cancer Organizations, KENCO, which is the national umbrella body for civil society organizations involved in cancer control in Kenya, the transition from the National Hospital Insurance Fund, NHIF, to Social Health Authority, SHA, resulted in severe service disruptions, jeopardizing the lives and well-being of thousands of Kenyans who depend on uninterrupted medical care.
In light of the transition from the National Hospital Insurance Fund to the Social Health Authority, it is imperative to address the disruptions in cancer and communicable diseases services that threaten to compromise personalized care for patients across Kenya.
Many cancer and NCD patients have been denied care or forced to pay out of pocket for services previously covered under NHIF. Despite government assurances of a seamless transition, numerous patients report being turned away from treatment centers, creating unnecessary financial and healthy. There is a widespread lack of information on what SHA covers, leaving patients and healthcare providers in the dark. The absence of clear communication has led to confusion and service interruptions for critical treatments, including chemotherapy, radiotherapy, dialysis, and diabetes management.
KENCO has also decried the financial shortfalls in SHA budget for chronic illnesses, noting that SHA is providing a limited cover of only 300,000 Kenyan shillings to cancer patients, a reduction of 50% compared to what NHIF used to provide.
The current SHA budget allocation for critical and chronic illnesses fund is woefully inadequate compared to the estimated required to meet the demand. The fund is supposed to take care of chronic illnesses when SHIF coverage is exhausted. Without sufficient funding, cancer and NCD patients will continue to face extreme financial hardships in accessing essential treatments when their SHIF coverage is exhausted. The same predicament is faced by the Primary Care Fund, which is supposed to finance cancer screening services for early detection.
Following the critical challenges facing cancer and NCD care in Kenya, most of them arising from transition to SHA, KENCO has issued several demands to the government and Social Health Authority, including increasing SHA budget allocations to adequately support and operationalize the Chronic Illnesses Fund and Primary Care Fund.
Provide clear, transparent, and publicly accessible information on SHA, oncology, and NCD services coverage. Resolve the technical failures in SHA registration and authorization process and systems to prevent treatment delays. Increase SHA budget allocation to adequately support and operationalize the Chronic Illness Fund and Primary Care Fund to support cancer screening services. We call for urgent stakeholder engagement so that we are able to address these urgent concerns. We formally request an immediate meeting with the Social Health Authority leadership, the Ministry of Health, and the relevant stakeholders to develop sustainable solutions for uninterrupted cancer and NCD care. The failure to act swiftly will have their consequences with thousands of lives at risk.
And as the world marks World Cancer Day 2025, under the theme United by Unique, KENCO says there is still more that needs to be done in the country to enable cancer patients get complete treatment.
HPV vaccination to accommodate everyone.
Alice Diana, Hope TV Newswatch.
Alice for that report. While a theatre section of cancer patients in Kenya have shared the difficulties they face in seeking treatment as well as the challenges at home, Esther Wanjiru and Ruth Wambui, both diagnosed with breast cancer, say the disease has caused them pain, frustration and psychological distress. They pointed out that the shift from the National Hospital Insurance Fund NHIF to the Social Health Authority has made things worse, as SHA only covers half of what NHIF used to. One of their biggest struggles is the lack of cancer medications. Despite these challenges, they encourage others to get screened, reminding them that cancer is not a death sentence.
Dawa yangu peke yangu moja inatoka 165,000 na unafaa uduge after every 3 weeks. So you can imagine 165,000 na unafaa kupewa hiyo accepting until Mungu arudi, Yesu arudi. Kitabu ilikuwa 18 sessions, but now tuliambiwa unaendelea nazo mpaka mwili katae. So haujui until when. So you can imagine 165,000 dawa moja na unafanya dawa zingine, powder zingine pamoja na hiyo moja. So unaenda tu mbili, SHA inakuwa exhausted. So wakati wa NHF ilikuwa exhausted, nikafanya maharambe, marafiki wakakuja through. Then nikafika mahali wakachoka. Hata wewe utachoka ukisikia tu ni Esther unachangia, ni group ya Esther WhatsApp group, hata wewe una left. Sababu uko na mahitaji zako, kuna wagonjwa wengine, uko na mahitaji zingine, si Esther peke yake.
I was paying about 950 on NHIF, and now they have put me on 1,030 a month on NHIF. I'm paying more, but my limit for my chemo is 300,000. The first treatment alone was 237. The second one came to 138, right? And that's it. I mean, go figure. Because I'm supposed to do another 2 CT scans, which come to about 40,000. Whatever is remaining from my SHA will pay for that, for the 2 CT scans. It's done. Then what? And this is the funny thing. When I'm paying for cash everything at KU referral, I'm paying to an e-citizen account. I'm not paying to somebody's account. I'm actually paying the government. So what's so hard with the government going to camps and asking them to deliver medicines to the hospital? We are frustrated. First, I'm trying to get healthy, but they're messing up with my head. They're messing up with my psyche. They're messing up. I'm psychologically affected.
President William Ruto has today visited Mandera County for an official tour of the northeastern region, with the main agenda being to review, launch and announce various development projects. Speaking at Moi grounds, the president addressed the residents of Mandera, assuring them of security after suspected Al-Shabaab militants abducted 3 chiefs in the area over the past weekend. The head of state also touched on the issue of Mandera residents receiving identification documents and important papers like passports, emphasizing that these should be issued without discrimination based on religion, ethnicity or skin color.
Si lazima pia tuwe na walimu jameni. And I must congratulate you people for choosing. Pongezi. From the bottom of my heart, I want to congratulate you for taking up the noble responsibility of teaching our children, because you will shape the future of our communities, the future of our nation, through your mentorship and through the teaching you are going to do for our children. That is why I said I must come to these Mandera teachers to see what is up. Mimi nataka niwaambie hivi, usalama ni kitu ya muhimu sana. Usalama wa taifa letu la Kenya ni ya muhimu sana. Tunapigana na wahuni na wakora na wahalifu pamoja na magaidi. na kwa sababu hawa magaidi tumewalemea jana, kwa sababu ya kutaka kulete hali ya hofu sehemu hii, ati walienda wakashika machifu wetu. I want to promise the people of Mandera, hawa machifu lazima warudi nyumbani, na hawa wakora na wagaidi na wahuni tutapambana na wao.
Our former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has criticized President William Ruto's peace efforts in the DRC, pointing out that abductions are still happening there. In a local media interview today, Gachagua vowed to play a key role in bringing about a government change. As Tess Njenga now reports, Gachagua also stated that he can still run for a political seat since his case is still in court.
In what seems as an attempt to woo the Mlembe nation, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called on the Western region to unite and speak as one so that they can attain the top seats in government. Speaking during an interview with the local vernacular stations, Gachagua asked the region to hold the government to account for the promises they made to Kenyans.
Lakini your vote has been wasted as a region, because it's not united. I want to ask the people of Western to make a conscious decision going forward, to unite as a people and to forget about sub-clans, to talk as a region. Trans Nzoia, Busia, Kakamega, Vihiga, Bungoma. Speak as one. Come to the national negotiating table with your 5 to 6 billion votes and form government. And with those votes, you can ask for the presidency na mutapewa.
Ahead of the 2027 elections, Gachagua has asserted that the team allied to the Mount Kenya region will be the winning team.
Mungu amenisaidia. Niko na kipawa cha kupima siasa ya Kenya and to align myself with the Kenyans and the winning team. The team regarding Gachagua will be na watu yake ya mlima. As it has happened in the last 5 elections, that will be the winning team. It is my prayer and desire that Mlembe Nation joins us in the winning team. And the Mlembe Nation joining us in the winning team makes the whole thing very easy, extremely easy, especially if they agree to come as one.
He also highlighted that he must not hold public office, but will be instrumental in bringing change of government in the next elections. Speaking on the crisis in the DRC, the former deputy president has criticized President Ruto's peace efforts, highlighting that there are abductions happening in his home country.
Ni makosa sana wewe kama rais uko na mikakati ya kutafuta amani katika DRC Congo, na kwako nyumbani serikali yako nateka watoto nyara na kuwaua. Sasa hiyo inakuwa wewe uongei ukweli, itakuwaje kwako nyumbani serikali yako nateka watoto nyara na kuwaua, alafu wewe unajifanya unapenda amani, ati unaenda DRC Congo kuunganisha watu ya Congo ati kuwe na amani, watu wasiuane. Hiyo maneno si ya ukweli. Na hiyo maneno tutaendelea kupinga.
He added that Kenyans have a right to raise concerns over the running of the nations, alleging that the president knows the perpetrators of the abductions.
Ni makosa. Hao watoto wetu hakuna makosa wamefanya. Hao tu ni kusema wanasema Kenya haiendi vizuri, uchumi umezoroteka, na wanauliza maswali na ni haki yao kwa sababu iko katika katiba ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo ni makosa kubwa sana serikali ambayo imechaguliwa kuteka watoto nyara na kuwaua. Na ndio umeona huyu waziri wetu Justin Muturi, mtoto yake alitekwa nyara, mimi nikiwa naibu wa rais, na akazungushwa na hao wakuu ya security wakimdanganya, mpaka akaenda akamconfront rais kumuuliza kwa nini mtoto yangu ametekwa nyara, na ni rais alipiga simu, huyo mtoto akaachiliwa. Kwa hivyo rais akitaka hii utekaji nyara iishe, itaisha, kwa sababu yeye ni simu moja tu alipiga, kwa sababu anajua ni nani alipigia, which means he knows ni nani anafanya hii kuteka nyara.
Reflecting on his impeachment, Gachagua has accused members of parliament and senators of receiving bribes to remove him from office, adding that the president offered him 2 billion shillings, among other benefits,
in a bid to persuade him to resign, of which he declined.
Mambo ya Adani hawa wabunge walikuwa wanatetea, nasema ni kitu ya maana sana. Sema hii Adani ni mzuri, itatengeneza airport yetu, itatengeneza mambo ya Ketrako. Hii maneno ya Adani hakuna ufisadi, ni nyeupe kama pamba, hii ni kitu mzuri. Siku rais amesukumwa na Amerika, kwa sababu sikupenda kwake. Amerika alitoa taarifa nasema hii Adani hapana sawa sawa. Sasa rais amepiga kona, ameenda pale bunge, amesema hii Adani tuachane naye. Wale wabunge wale.
So ni biashara wanafanya bungeni.
Wanasema igwe, wanaambia rais igwe, kwa sababu ati amefanya mzuri kuondoa Adani. Ni watu ambaye mafikira yao saa hii wamebebwa na rais.
On his political future, Gachagua has maintained that he can still run for a political seat as his case is still in court, asserting that he has already consolidated support in the Mount Kenya region. Reporting for Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Tess Njenga.
Much, Tess, for that report. Now, away from politics, and the Kenya Accreditation Service, in partnership with the British Standard Institute, has launched a 4-day biobanking accreditation workshop in Nairobi. KENAS is the first accreditation body in Africa to offer this, putting Kenya at the forefront of research in Africa. This accreditation improves Kenya's healthcare and medical research quality, boosting areas like cancer treatment.
We are very excited. We are actually going to do groundbreaking because we are the first one on the continent and be able to build a framework upon which results, the materials stored, the research around biobanking, and therefore strengthening the space for healthcare, for cancer treatment, among other biological materials that are handled by biobanks, are done properly, proficiently, accountably, and in a manner that is acceptable in the global standards.
Biobanking is actually the process of sample collection, transportation, and keeping these samples for future use. And future use here can be for the purpose of research or for the purpose of diagnosis, future diagnosis, or it can actually be for the purpose of, drug development, even vaccinology. Once a biobank has been accredited by KENAS, we do not need a third party from another developing country or a developed country where our results will be going to, where our researches will be used, or the results of our researches will be used. There will be no need of a multiple recheck. So we will be reducing some technical barriers to trade that are associated with recertification, retesting, and reinspection, and especially where a biobank is involved.
Tensions are escalating at the Chep-Choina settlement scheme located along the border of West Pokot and Trans Nzoia counties. Hundreds of landless residents and squatters are protesting what they claim is government-backed land grabbing. The dispute has led to widespread evictions, allegations of corruption, and accusations of police brutality. Here's Vincent Odor with the full report.
Officers wa serikali, wale polisi wamenyanyaza watu sana maeneo ya Chep-Choina. Unapata hao wanakuja wananyanyaza ule ajiwezi wakisaidia wale mabwenyenye. Na pia hao ndio wamepewa mashamba kama landless persons in the Republic of Kenya, Mheshimiwa Rais. So mimi pia ningeomba waziri Mama Alice Wahome, tafadhali waziri, wakuliambiwa na Mheshimiwa Moroto pale Parwa kwamba kuna sheitani iko Chep-Choina na hiyo sheitani bado imesimama Chep-Choina. Tunaomba Mheshimiwa Alice shuka hapa Chep-Choina ili hata sisi tupate afueni.
Kwa saa hii hiyo shamba ilikuwa inatakana ipate kila mtu apate 5 acres. But unapata wale wenye hawana nguvu wanapata eka 2. Wale wana nguvu wanapata zaidi ya eka 5.
Inaongea hivi ya kwamba wametufukuza kama watu ya Pistu, Chep-Choina ama Kamtil, hiyo ni chini ya Pokot. Inaomba sana Mheshimiwa Rais wetu ambaye tulichukua mapema na asubuhi ya kwamba tuangalie mambo ya Kamtil. Tumefukuzwa na serikali, wamama viwete, hibovu, walemavu na wale wachana hawana watawasi. Lakini sasa walifukuzwa vibaya. Na watu ya serikali ndio amenyakua shamba. Ninaomba sasa hii Mama Alice Wahome, mimi najua ya kwamba uko na uchungu kwa sababu wewe ni mama. Nimeongea leo kwa uchungu ya kwamba mshuke Chep-Choina, mkuche mtusaidie ili tuishi kama Kenya wengine. Ya pili inasema ya kwamba sheria ya Kenya ni moja ambayo inachunga maskini na anachunga tajiri. Na sijui sheria nyingine imetoka wapi ya kwambia wewe toa vyombo ndani ya nyumba yako, mwingine aingize yake. Ninaomba nikiongea leo hii kwa huzuni ya kwamba mkuje mtusaidie kama wakaji ya Chepchuina.
Much Vincent for that report. Now, Bungoma County Police Commander Francis Kohli has expressed concern over the rise in murders and gender-based violence in the county. During a press briefing, Kohli said many people in Bungoma are resorting to violence to resolve conflicts. He reported that 57 people were killed in domestic disputes this year, while 262 cases of gender-based violence against children were recorded last year.
The need to participate in curbing or preventing some of, and also how they manage their conflicts at home, and also why they should not take the law themselves, break the law, and at least we need to choose to work professionally and with a lot of humanity, with dignity and respect with human rights. That we operate within the premise of law and also operate within the limits of the law, if I may say so, and that Kenyans in this region, majority of them have chosen the violent way to solve their problems. So in this county, it is easy for us to lose somebody because of high cases of assault. So we request Kenyans who are here, fellow Kenyans who are here, please let us manage our tempers. Let us find a way to solve this conflict so that we don't reach that level of going physical. It is dangerous, it's a bad trend, and I'm just sending this as a warning that we might lose anyone anytime. By just hiyo hasira ambayo tunaongozwa nayo, tukapiga mtu kaua. Tutumieni sheria ili tuweze kupunguza mambo haya ambaye yanasababisha vifo.
Over 2,000 bodies need to be buried in Goma after M23 rebels backed by Rwanda took control of the city last week, worsening the ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis. This is according to DRC's Communications Minister Patrick Muyaya. Although calm has returned with a ceasefire declared by M23 for humanitarian reasons, the situation remains tense. This conflict, rooted in Rwanda's 1994 genocide, has led to severe displacement, with over 700,000 people fleeing to Goma last month. The UN has accused both the M23 and the Congolese army of human rights violations, though neither has commented. Exactly 25 minutes past the top of the hour. Time now for a short break, but immediately after, I'll be back with the business and the sports news. Stick around.
In a world where men often walk alone, who do they turn to for answers? Being male is a matter of birth, but being a man is a matter of choice. This is the dawn of something phenomenal. Fathers, sons, brothers, from the daily grind to the battles within. This is where real stories are told. A place where the silent struggles are given a voice. Where the unspoken truths are laid bare. No holds barred. Coming to Hope TV, Hope FM, and online platforms. Premiering on 7th February 2025, every Friday, 7 to 8 p.m.
Facilitated by Reverend Jesse Moy. Hosted by George Gishiru and Henry Mutavi.
Let me also say this maybe to men. Yeah. Women are great money managers. They're actually better than men.
Yeah. I should not let my wife know how much I bring.
It affects our relationships big time just because we are not open.
Those things are killing men.
Brace yourself. This is Men on Record. It's more than just talk. It's a man thing.
Coming soon. This November.
He's the God who raised up Moses in a palace only to use him in the wilderness, and raised up Joseph in the wilderness only to use him in a palace.
Young person, God is at work within your heart. What does it say? He is at work. It's Him who is at work in you.
If you are going to be successful in the service of God, it calls for sacrifice.
We get to appraise what God is doing, and by His invitation, partner with Him.
Come on, keep moving. He's inspiring you to challenge that which seems impossible.
What He would require of us is to declare, send me Lord, regardless of our background.
Only on Hope TV.
Hope TV presents News on the Go. Every day at 4 p.m. for all the breaking news and news making headlines. Hope TV, look and live.
Going back to the heart of worship.
Whether up the mountain or down the valley, we were created to worship God.
Enjoy carefully selected worship music every Wednesday all day long.
Oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
We take it a notch higher with more worship music.
Every Wednesday
is Worship Wednesday.
Only on Hope FM. Listen and live.
Thank you for choosing Hope TV, the channel that brings you hope, entertainment, and inspiration. We value you and would like to serve you better. Talk to us by scanning this QR code on your screen, or go to our social media page at Hope TV Kenya and click on the survey link by the name Hope TV Survey. It will just take a few minutes but means the world to us. We value your feedback. Hope TV, look and live.
Let's get down to business. And Equity Bank Kenya, in partnership with International Finance Corporation, has launched a $20 million risk-sharing facility to promote financial inclusion in underserved regions of Kenya, including refugees and host communities. The program, launched today in Kakuma, Turkana County, will cover 14 marginalized counties, including Turkana and Garissa, home to the Kakuma and Dadaab refugee camps. The initiative aims to empower refugees and host communities economically, helping them become self-reliant.
We are expanding access to finance for businesses owned and run both by the host community and refugees in the country. It's worth noting that this initiative is the first risk-sharing facility globally to be dedicated to financial inclusion for host communities and refugees. It's expected to serve as a model for similar private sector support initiatives in other countries that host large refugee populations. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our partners at Equity Bank for their unwavering commitment to financial inclusion and their dedication to making this initiative a reality.
As Equity, you've known us for financial inclusion, but this time round, we've stepped this up to target truly the people who are not included, which are these undeserved communities. We not only have come with financial solutions to Kakuma, we've been here, and you've seen us set up a health facility, which again goes towards ensuring that you are not only financially included, but you're also supported towards your health. So we have an Equity Afya clinic here, and we're looking to roll out more. Currently in Kenya, we have 128 of them, and we'd want to scale up that, particularly, again, around undeserved communities.
This collaboration will make the Equity Bank and the IFC share the risk of doing business or enabling a working business environment within Turkana County or within our own people here in Turkana County. Basically, why this is very important for this county. This is a county that has a lot of challenges in doing business. We are behind in business activities. We need an institution of government. We need a finance institution that will capacity build our people, that will inject money or loans into the hands of people so that they're able to do that they could not do those other days.
Sport in action, the winners of the 21st Standard Chartered Nairobi Marathon have been awarded 12.5 million shillings in total at a ceremony at the bank's Nairobi headquarters. Each winner in the men's and women's 42-kilometer categories received 2 million shillings each. Over 25,000 participants from over 90 nationalities took part in the 2024 marathon. Keneddy Kimani won the men's race with a time of 2 hours, 13 minutes and 5 seconds, while Gladys Chemutai claimed victory in the women's race with a time of 2 hours, 31 minutes and 52 seconds. West Ham United suffered a frustrating 2-1 loss to Chelsea on Monday night after a second-half comeback at Stamford Bridge. The winning goal came when Cole Palmer's shot deflected off West Ham's Aaron Wan-Bissaka, putting Chelsea ahead. The victory lifts Chelsea back into the top 4 of the Premier League, now 2 points ahead of Manchester City in 5th place and 4 points behind Nottingham Forest in that. With that, we come to the end of our news tonight. Many thanks to you for making time to watch Hope TV Newswatch. On behalf of the amazing team that made this bulletin a success, have yourselves a blessed night. My good name is Keneddy Kimani, and signing for us tonight has been Boniface Moridi.